All right, today we are diving into a world that's literally all around us, but one we almost never actually hear. We're going to try and decode the secret language of plants. And believe me, what we're finding out might just change the way you look at, well, everything.
So, let me start with a question for you. Have you ever walked through a really old forest, with those giant trees and all the thick plants on the ground, and you just get that feeling? That feeling like you're being watched? Not by an animal, but by the trees themselves. It sounds kind of crazy, right? But what if it's way closer to the truth than we ever thought possible? And that idea takes us right into our first section here, a world of whispers. We are about to pull back the curtain on this hidden layer of communication that's happening all the time, a silent conversation that's shaping our entire world. So here's the big idea, the thing that flips everything on its head. Plants are not just passive, silent decorations. Not at all. The latest science is showing us that they are incredibly active communicators. They're whispering, they're signaling, they're sending out complex warnings in a language we are just now, finally, starting to figure out. Okay, so how in the world are they doing this? Well, let's break down one of their most amazing strategies, the chemical distress call. This is all about how plants don't just protect themselves, they protect their entire neighborhood. So picture this. It's an incredible process. It all starts with an attack. Say a caterpillar starts chewing on a leaf. The plant doesn't just take it. It immediately releases a chemical signal into the air, kind of like a silent scream for help. And this is where the real magic, the teamwork happens. The plants nearby actually hear that alarm, and they start producing their own defensive toxins to arm themselves before the caterpillar even gets to them.
And it gets so much more sophisticated than that. I mean, this isn't just a simple burglar alarm. It's a strategy so complex, scientists have compared it to military intelligence. Get this, some plants can actually change their chemical signal to call in specific predators, like wasps, that will fly in and attack the very caterpillars eating them. It's like they're calling in an airstrike on their own enemies. Absolutely incredible.
But, this communication isn't just happening in the air above us. We need to go underground because that's where we find the wood wide web, what you could basically think of as the forest's hidden internet. So what exactly is this wood wide web? It's this enormous, unbelievably complex underground network made of fungi. These tiny fungal threads connect to the roots of different trees and plants, linking them together, sometimes across an entire forest. It creates this massive biological information superhighway. And what this network does is just mind-blowing. Through these connections, giant old mother trees can actually send nutrients to little saplings struggling in the shade. It's a system that shares resources with weaker plants. It sends out warning signals about pests or diseases, and some scientists even think it helps trees recognize their own kids. It's a real, living, underground community. It completely changes how you see a forest, doesn't it? It's not just a bunch of individual trees competing for sunlight. It's a single, cooperative superorganism. It's exactly what this quote says. It's like a hidden society right beneath our feet. Once you learn all this, you can't help but ask some much bigger questions. It's pushing us toward a totally different understanding of intelligence itself. It's making us redefine what awareness and community can even mean. Just look at this comparison here because it really shows you how huge this shift is. The old view, plants were just passive scenery. Pretty, maybe useful, but basically voiceless things that were just there. But the new view, the one backed up by all this science, it sees them as active communicators, as strategists, as the collaborative guardians of entire ecosystems. It's a complete 180. And of course, that leads to the really fascinating philosophical question, doesn't it? If plants can talk to each other, warn their neighbors, feed their young, and recognize their family, what does that imply? I mean, does that point to some form of awareness? A kind of intelligence that we've never even considered before? And you know what's so amazing about all this? This brand new, cutting-edge science is basically catching up to ancient wisdom. For thousands of years, so many indigenous cultures and civilizations have believed that trees are wise, that they hold knowledge, that they could actually speak to people who knew how to listen. Which brings us to our final and maybe most important section. Are we finally listening? Because understanding this secret language, well, it's not just a cool scientific puzzle. It has massive implications for our future on this planet. And that's why this matters so much. This isn't just fun nature trivia. We're living in a world that is grappling with huge deforestation and a climate crisis. Learning to interpret these signals from the plant world could be absolutely essential. It might just be a key to our own survival.
So, I'll leave you with this last thought to chew on. We've just uncovered this whole world of whispers, a hidden society right under our feet, and a kind of intelligence that challenges our very definition of what it means to be alive. So the question is, if plants really do have a voice, will we ever truly learn to understand their language?